South Africa recently started something called the National Dialogue Convention and the whole nine just let people come vent out a little bit of what is their issue and what they are facing as a South African living in 2025. At the moment, it doesn't look like it's going so well because there are people getting up there when people are supposed to be making their speech and screaming on the microphones and the whole nine jazz. And I wanted to just state my position on this. And I just kind of like thinking now, my position is just that it's a comment. You don't have to feel threatened. You don't have to feel threatened by what I say. But it's just a thought in the dialogue of things. I'm just not going to be dialoguing there. I'm going to dialogue sitting down here. And so they started this yesterday. And at the moment, there's been a lot of, there's a mixed reaction. And bear in mind that this is happening in front of some of the most important people in the country. By that, I mean, you have literally sitting in the front seats, Bishop Lekganyane and President Cyril Ramaphosa right in front. This creates an environment, a rare environment where viral content comes in. And I think from the comment that I want to make, yes, you might not agree with it, I get it, but relax, okay? My comment is just that. In a place where South Africa is right now, I think it was important that this is there. I support the idea. Definitely. I definitely support the idea. Being it, dialogue always helps. You'll remember when the Mkwanazi thing came up, I made a joke about that. I made a joke about, you know what, we should just open a hall, rent a hall, let everybody come and talk. You remember that video. And so I'm all for the conversation, but in an environment where everybody wants to lecture everybody wants to teach others and all that, I don't think the conversation even happens because it's a rare moment to say some of the wildest things in front of some of the most influential people in the country. So for some people, they're going to take that opportunity. In the days when you have Liam, the gentleman who joined the Patriotic Alliance, when he went absolutely viral for a bunch of weeks after a certain line of questions that he was able to throw forward and whatnot. But I think there is a lot of responsibility that people don't realize about being leading within that particular space of thinking, of a conversation. A lot of times in the comments that you see on social media, you will recognize a theme. You can literally tell when this person is commenting like this because they've watched this. This person is commenting like this because they read this comment over here, because they read this article over here. A lot of people don't have original ideas. A lot of the things that they are saying, it's not original in the sense. And so even at that, they still going to want to think it. And in a day and age where you have popular podcastings and all these kind of things in the country, I mean, like one of the biggest podcasts in the world right now. I mean, like the podcast of Meg G and Meg G's podcast. Do you realize that Meg G's viewership is higher than Obama's, the Obama's podcast? It's bigger than Bill Gates' podcast. Do you understand how crazy that is? That one of the biggest podcasts in the whole world is in our country. And so when you have that at stake, when you have that level of magnitude at stake, everybody has an opinion. All of a sudden, it doesn't matter that what I want to say has been said. I'm just going to repeat it anyways. Now, a lot of times even if a person has a unique comment around a subject, they'll be shut down. You will be told, no, you like the sound of your own voice and what, even if what you're commenting is unique, because everybody just assumes you are saying something that others have repeated. right? Everybody just assumes that. You know, people on TikTok are probably saying, you know what, this is bad. I don't think this is good. And then you go on YouTube, you find someone who's just saying exactly what was said over there. If you think about it, that's what killed the entertainment YouTubers platforms. A lot of people right now, there are very few in that space because everybody was just saying the same thing. Everybody was just copying the comments of what people were saying on Twitter or on TikTok. Everybody wants to say something, even if your comment could probably wait. Like, you could probably wait for that comment. You don't have to make that comment, but because of what's at stake, at having the opportunity to say, like I said earlier on, having an opportunity to say some of the most wildest things in front of some of the most biggest profiles in the country, guess what? It just doesn't pan out very well, does it? It's because the idea is good, right? But when we want to turn every single comment into a lecture, when it becomes a display, right? It becomes more of a display than a need of conversation. What happens to that conversation? It just falls into their ears. Like right now, there was a fight or something like that actually happened when they were up there. I think they were not in the same terms concerning what someone might have been commenting and somebody got up the stage, and it started like this. But if you actually go in the video, it progressed to a point where, right in front of everybody, to this. Why? Why? If it's good for us to be in dialogue, and why does it turn? Why does a fight like that even happen? Think about it. In a period where everybody, justice for so and so, justice for so and so, justice for so and so, and so everybody, stop what you're doing. I'm a victim. Y'all gotta talk about this right here. So in a space like that, are we going to have dialogue? When everybody, justice for this, justice for this. Everybody has something to say. Podcasts are literally open everywhere. You can go and comment this. I was a victim over there. I was a victim. We're not saying that they shouldn't have podcasts, understand? But there are certain points that, is this necessary for us to have this particular conversation right now? Right in front of everybody that happens. Can we prioritize everybody's conversation instead of a moment for you to be offended? Can we just prioritize that? Because it's easy for everybody to turn around, look at, which is what a lot of people are probably going to do. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. Yeah, everybody has said that. Say something unique. It's easy for people to turn around, look at ANC and say, oh yeah, it's a campaign. It's a campaigning moment for them. It's a campaigning moment. Yeah, by the way, Maibuya was doing dialogues right before this. And so the public thought, hey, it's a good idea over there. Let's go do dialogue. Or maybe they announced theirs earlier. I don't know. I don't follow politics that much. But in a space where everybody's a victim, justice for this person, justice for this person, hey, do you have a unique comment? Oh no, I'm going to shut that person down to say exactly what I've said before. I can probably just listen to them. And this is why the Bible warns about everybody being masters, it says. If you remember James chapter number 3, verse 1, it says, not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly. It speaks about a strict judgment of wanting to lead. You want to lead a conversation? You want to lead the conversation? No problem. There is a strict judgment, the Bible says, concerning being in a particular position like that. It's more strict in that you want to teach. But nowadays it's become popular to do so. When I lead a conversation, hey, there's entire television shows that arose, like the Castle missed out the entire thing. It comes off of that, is that there are certain people who have become voices so much that, hey, Here's a platform. Come and voice exactly what you speak about, or the community that you think that you represent. You know, everybody becomes a victim. Everybody want to dialogue. Everybody want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. That's this. So everybody's concern gets nothing wrong with that. But does dialogue actually happen when everybody feels like I have to be heard right now? I'm a victim right now. How far does dialogue go when that's at stake? I'm a victim right now. But I talk for your boy. What happens to dialogue when you have that at stake? And so I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's good to want to put it before people and have everyone voice out their opinions. But also, they should be very clear what we're going to achieve out of it. I just think for them giving it time, it's valuable for that, for them giving that time. Because I saw people speaking about many other things, but I was like, it's important them giving that time just in itself, right? They're going to spend the money either ways. Whichever way they want to spend it, they're going to do it. But right there, you have a privilege of voicing your opinion before people might not get done anything about. Nothing might happen out of it. But just having that place where you are able to have that voice. But does it happen when everybody sees themselves as a victim? Does it happen when everybody want to raise every offense, every single comment? Does it happen? Does dialogue happen in that state where everybody wants to teach? Everybody wants to lecture everybody. Hey, no, you don't understand that. When you lose that grace of conversation and you just want to lecture everybody, it's one of the things that we've mentioned in discipleship. Nobody serves in true service to God when they think they should be talking. Because you're not going to listen. You never will know when to not speak. It was one of the points we spoke about. It's a place of maturity or a place of responsibility when a person grows to a place where they don't feel they have to say something. But y'all tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. I think it's a good idea. It would be beneficial, maybe not. I don't know how you think about it. But for me, I think it's good. It's just that it's easier for everybody to say, yeah, ANC is just wasting money. It's easier for everybody to do that. They have done that. What's your comment, your unique comment that has not been said or repeated, where you are not saying what you've read someone say? What do you think benefits out of dialogue? What do you think comes out of dialogue? Do you value dialogue to begin with? And what does dialogue mean? Should we all be listening to you? What does that look like? Those were the things that came to my mind when I heard about it. I didn't see it yesterday. I only saw it because King Said So, posted about it. And I saw it over there. I would not have seen it. Not particularly big on politics. But this is why I think it had such a bad start. And again, I think it's quite ironic that people always say, why is it that Parliament, when they go there, they're just shouting at each other? And guess what? When people were speaking over there, that's exactly what people were doing. They too were shouting. The same way you thought Abu Julias were all over the place. Yeah, you Mandams were doing pretty much the same thing. Human nature is quite interesting. Yeah, tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. Is Ricky. Other episodes down in the pinned comment. And I'm going to check you out over there. If we live our life not as a survivor like Joseph, but as a victim, it creates an environment where dialogue is just not going to happen. Tell me your thoughts and I'll see you later.